So one of the reasons we started Smart Pickle, Gabe and I, we used to go into this local restaurant in downtown Portland. Our buddy ran the place, and every time we'd leave there, we really, felt like we needed to help this guy out. Our background is large ad agency world, digital ad agency, and our buddy could never afford to hire us as an agency because the entry point was just too expensive. Because our agency, we have data scientists, analysts, account execs, large creative department that get involved with all the restaurant chains that we work with. So single door shop just couldn't afford to work with us. So we'd walk out of there all the time and be like, how can we help our buddy out and make this happen? So because of our DNA and digital automation and strategy and stuff, we built a desktop platform that basically incorporates all that. So for a monthly SaaS, it's a SaaS platform. So for a monthly fee, you basically get a system that once you log in and do your onboarding, which could take probably about 10 to 15 minutes, you basically now have access to a promotion platform that's going to drive additional transactions into your restaurant chain during your slow times. So we're not going to cannibalize your busy times. And what's going to happen basically is after you do all the onboarding, we're going to go out and connect all your social media platforms. So Facebook, Twitter, SMS, your email list, and basically we're going to go market to those people because obviously those are assets that you have within your.
You're trying to bring back your regular customers at times when they're not normally there.
Exactly, and then we're gonna work and optimize against slow times, and we have this whole algorithm built that's gonna do with promotion fatigue and things like that. So we're gonna be able to report on when the most optimized time is to send promotions out. And this is all gonna work in the background. The restaurant owner, operator doesn't have to do anything. I mean, these guys are busy. They're doing schedules. Sometimes they're slinging drinks at the bar. They're calling in sick. They're handling their marketing promotions. And what we're doing is we're actually going to give them back some of their time because we're going to make it easy. So it's like an ad agency in a platform. So at the end of the day, you're going to have all your promotions going to be pre-built. You're going to have thousands to choose from, so you don't have to hire a creative department. You're not going to have to do media planning because all your promotion calendars are going to be pre-built out in the platform. We're going to report. So you're going to have an analyst and a data scientist that's going to tell you the best times to do promotions. So you're going to have to hire them.
I'm sorry. How much does it cost?
$199 a month.
And
$2,500 a year.
What is that going to get me in terms of revenue? If I pay you $200 a month, how much business am I going to get?
Well, it's going to get smarter over time because what it's going to do is it's going to build you out a promotion calendar that you agree to, certain promotions, so BOGOs or buy a beer, get something 20% off, whatever. There's going to be all these pre-built promotions that actually you approve which ones you're okay to offer. And if you're a person that really wants to get in and dive in deep, you can actually build all your promotions in the platform, but you don't have to do that. We pre-build them. And then what happens is you click OK and the promotions start going out to your customer list. And then we start tracking against your POS sales. So we start looking at lift against which ones are working and not working. And then it gets smarter over time.
How many new customers, how will I be able to know if it's working?
Yes.
People are going to come in. How many in that first month are that free month, how many new people am I going to get?
It's going to be based on what your client list looks like, how many people you're connecting to in your system, and then also what kind of promotions you're offering, and then what kind of service you give those people. I mean, there's a lot of factors. We're going to do all the heavy lifting to drive the promotions out, and then it gets smarter over time.
Could you do like a pro forma that says, okay, I have this many Facebook followers, I have this many Twitter followers, I have this many Instagram, I have this many email accounts.
Eventually.
Right. It doesn't have to be right now. I'm just thinking, if I'm going to go in.
We're going to get some pretty good average data. So this is the kind of the dashboard, right? So this shows you monthly revenue to date, number of transactions we've driven, what the return on investment is. These numbers are not actual; they're just marked up.
So you know this because when I go into the restaurant, how do I redeem the offer?
Have to. So I'm integrated at the point of sale. So right now we're integrated with Square, Clover, and Toast.
Okay.
And we're measuring the actual transaction. So that's how we know ticket size. That's how we know number of transactions. We're measuring incremental, by the way. This is not total transactions. This is incremental transactions we're driving.
So if I'm not using any of those platforms, I can't do it yet.
No, you can.
Okay.
So the difference is it takes a little more work to get your customer lists in. because that's part of the
gotta be
value is we're
manual.
getting the customers in from the point of sale, in from these other channels. So it's a little more difficult to get your customer list in. And then on the platform, so Square, Toast, and Clover, where we can measure the transactions in the store, we are creating what's called an online to offline metric. So I know that for every email that gets opened, every link that gets clicked, every SMS link that's clicked, every Facebook post that's viewed and clicked on, I'll know exactly what the percentage is of people that come in store. So if you don't have the point of sale integrated, we're going to use the standard metric that's coming from that online to offline engagement for where we can measure. And so what you miss when we don't have point of sale integrated is you miss our live scheduling based off of transaction volume, and you miss the customer list integrated. So those are the three we're launching with. We're going to continue to expand.
Well, there's plenty with all those to
There are
start.
plenty of those. We're going to work on Micros, Aloha.
What about scheduling? If I use hot schedules, if that's what I use for my scheduling now,
Sure.
will it
You mean for
integrate
me
to?
to push out there's a special coming?
Well, no, you just said something about scheduling where if scheduling, you're talking about scheduling offers, not
Right,
scheduling
scheduling
people.
offers, not
Okay,
people, yeah.
never mind. Okay, sorry.
No, it's good. So the point, the answer to your question is, as we get more volume and more data in the system, we'll be able to tell you the average restaurant gets 100 extra customer, plates a month or whatever the number
So
is.
in time, I mean, you could almost do a calculator, right? I have this many Twitter, this many
Right.
text, and I think if nothing else, just looking at those metrics, if those are the important ones that help you do your job, then as a restaurant owner, whether I buy your product or not, I'm gonna care about that more.
Sure.
I'm gonna want to get more Facebook, I'm gonna want to get more Twitter, and then to a certain extent, you can calculate what
Sure.
each Twitter follower is worth, customer acquisition, which most operators have no idea about.
Yeah. So, and frankly, I'm gonna care less about the number of Twitter followers and the number of Facebook followers, because those platforms are becoming more and more pay to play. It's more about your total database size. What we're
Is
gonna
that email addresses? Is
email
that
addresses, phone numbers, yeah. And what we're
Okay.
going to be doing though is so Facebook and Instagram are going to be critical, but the difference is going to be that Instagram you'll get so Facebook if you're a restaurant and you post a Facebook ad, maybe 1% of your audience is going to see it. Facebook has basically made it where if you don't pay to promote the ad, almost no one's going to see it. So what you want to do then is now Instagram's a little different. Instagram you'll still get people seeing it organically. So what we want to do is we want to help you not only get more frequency from your existing customers, right? So that's taking your customer base and saying, hey, come in for lunch today and you'll get this discount. We also want to help you get new customers. So this is coming in about 2 months. Where this will be live soon, not quite yet. But we have a module coming in that will take your customer database. It'll go to Facebook and Instagram, and it'll create a match. So we can actually find the people profile to profile on Facebook and Instagram. And then we're creating what's called a lookalike audience of new people
that have the same demographics?
that match the same profile. And then you have to put some media dollars against it, but we'll go serve ads to those people.
How many media dollars? Minimum.
You probably minimum you want a couple $100s.
A month.
Yeah. I'd say that's bare minimum. $500 is probably going to be our average recommendation. But then we'll help you go drive net new customers. And so, it's an effective tool. I've done this a bunch, right? So now, not only am I helping you drive more frequency, I'm also actually starting to bring in net new customers for you.
So, customers of mine,
Yeah.
they are going to just see all of this stuff as new marketing pieces that I'm pushing out. They're not going to really know who Smart Pickle is.
Smart Pickle won't even be on there. It'll actually be coming out from...
Smart Pickle is my Oz behind the curtain
Correct.
that's helping me grow my business.
Correct.
And if I spend $2,500 a year with you,
You
and-
get email sends, SMS sends, you
but
get customer database importing.
overall, if things work out the way you'd like,
Yeah.
what is that going to look like in terms of new transactions? Or I'm sorry, what is that going to look like in terms of transactions that you bring me in that year?
Sure.
On a range.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna. It goes back to John's, so it's gonna vary. It's gonna depend. So if you're someone that has a database in a point of sale or open table that we can get access to, and I can go get 20, 30,000 customers to market to, I mean, I'm hoping that you're gonna drive, a 10-to-1 type of number, right, or more than that.
So you're saying that if I spend 2,500,
$2,500.
I'd get 25 grand.
Well, I'm not saying you will. That's what I'm shooting for.
Right. That's no. I understand.
But,
I understand. Yeah.
But I think, but it does.
It's a work in
depend.
progress.
So if
But
you're the
you
guy
only
that
got 100 Facebook followers and
And no
50
customer
Twitters
database.
and no customer list, it's going to be a harder thing. But we're going to help you build that list.
It's going to take time.
So
yeah.
it's going to take more
And that one you're going to have to pay more for because you have no database I can access, right? So for that guy, we're going to have to start putting ads out to get you new customers, and it's going to be more of a slog.
I don't have to do that if I don't want to, though.
You don't have to, but if you have no customers for me to market to, you're not really getting
In the beginning, it's going to be bad. But if I just open my restaurant,
Sure, but we still have to have. There has to be a vehicle for getting people into the system, right? So whether it's coming from OpenTable, whether it's coming from your point of sale, whether it's coming from an email sign-up sheet you have on the countertop.
but if I'm this new world that we live in, right? We want bundles, right? If you're going to help me market my business and find new customers, and I'm opening up a new restaurant, can I just hand you over the keys of the market and you can
You
help
do,
me?
but you'll have to. But that gets back to we'll have to start doing some paid stuff for you.
No, of course. I'm just thinking like if I need a new website, if I need all these things, like are these services that you offer or?
We don't have the new website service right now. It's something that we may add because it's not hard to do.
Yeah.
Or we may partner with someone on it.
Okay.
And offer as a partner benefit. So not currently live, but something we're looking at.
Because a lot of restaurants, well, I guess you don't need a website for this. This has nothing to do with it.
You don't actually.
Yeah. No.
Because we actually create a landing page for you and everything.
Okay.
Why don't you show them the onboarding so you see how quick and easy it is?
Yeah, and we'll get a video of this process. So let's actually use